Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Hopefully this is going live, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to be playing some Spyro Into the Dragonfly on PS2. Now, I'm going to be upfront and tell you guys that I'm actually not going to do a full playthrough of this game today. What I'm going to do is do a little trick to essentially get to the final boss from the start of the game and then beat the final boss and then try and do this April Fool's late shit and say something along the lines of, well, a playthrough is technically going from the start of the game to the end, and I'm technically doing that with Spyro Into the Dragonfly today. So let me just verify. Yep, it seems to be going to YouTube okay. You don't want to know how I have to do this for you today. What I have to do is I have to have Elgato software open in a completely different window. And so there's going to be some substantial delay with the game audio with my commentary, and that's the only way I can do this because apparently the Elgato game capture doesn't want to work with PS2 today. So I've tried a good half an hour of trying to get it to work, and it just says "one moment please" or "there's no signal," even though it works when OBS is not running. So that is a load of bullshit if you ask me, and there's nothing I can do about it. And also, if there's this weird staticky like noise in the background, that's coming from the Elgato capture that I'm doing. So there's not much I can really do about that. So I apologise. I think the tags on the stream are still going to be for like the last session of the 10th. So I'll just go ahead and try and get through that while I can. So what we're doing today is actually Spyro Enter. That is already there. Enter Dragonfly PS2. There we go. Save that. We should update the stream. So that's that. So that should update the live stream at least. Then if I minimize my window, we're going to be selecting English, obviously. So as you might have heard there, you might have heard me press the button and then the sound effect from playing the button actually played way later. So that's sort of what I have to deal with, and I just noticed a little bit of a frame rate drops, so hopefully that doesn't happen all the time. And I think this is going at 60 FPS as well, even though this doesn't run at like 60 FPS at all. But press start button, go memory card slot 1. Well, since I try and plan on beating this in one go, we're not going to create a save file. Maybe if I do an official playthrough I will. But let's start a new game anyway. And then see what happens in terms of the plot and story for Into the Dragonfly today. So I guess this will be more like the glitched copy of Simpsons Hit and Run. I don't really play through the game, but I just show it off for the sake of showing it off. And hopefully this is a really short stream for good reason. It's not like I'm under any sort of time constraints, even though it is like 8 o'clock in the evening my time, because I wanted to render a video, a Valhammer tutorial on my main channel, and when I went to overlay gameplay, it just fucked the whole render process up, and I couldn't really do anything about it other than re-render the gameplay that I did and use that instead of the original footage, and somehow it worked. So I think that's about Hard Light Bridges, in case anyone wants to watch that on the Master 974. But here we go, we've got a portal that just came out of nowhere, and we got Ripto back again from Spyro 2. Somehow he survived falling into lava apparently, and he's not happy that we're here and trying to have a nice celebration. So that's what we got so far. Also drinking a little bit tonight. Had a little bit to drink earlier. I tried some cider, and it was alright actually. Even though I think historically I don't like cider. But it's one of those that I can only take it in like short sweet gulps as opposed to like drinking lots of it. But yeah, also I haven't mentioned this, but my room's been redecorated, so hence why my walls are now this light green colour as opposed to TARDIS blue. And I had a bit of a reorganisation of my counter back here, and if you look in the mirror you see the space poster that was behind me in some of the videos that I did. So that's what's been going on. That's why I haven't really been doing any videos. I might have to do an update video to tell everyone that this has been going on and try and make it a surprise. Oh god, look at that mouth. And I think that's when I'm saying look at that mouth, is when you actually see it seconds after it actually happens. Unless I just watch, if I do something like this. Because the game's over here playing at normal speed, and then this is like seconds delayed. So if I just do something like that and just watch the delayed game footage and I react to it that way. But then I'm hearing the audio, so it's like I'm hearing the audio but then the video is seconds delayed, so that's awkward. They even took all the dragonflies. You can get Bianca there from Spyro 3, who was evil but then turned good after she realised that the sorceress was going to like kill the dragon eggs or something, and that's like not what she wanted. But that's like the introductory cutscene, and I did talk a lot over it because I don't care about it at this moment in time. I've had so much trouble trying to get this to work that I just want to try and beat this as fast as possible. Oh god, what happened to Hunter in the background? You see that? Oh, if I could do another glitch at some point in the playthrough where you just sort of do a head bash and you do it near water, so then you swim in the air and you can just see Hunter behind like a cliff in the home world. Wow, what's going on?
Whoa! What'd you do that for?
Drat, that didn't exactly work right.
Oh, it's good old PS2 graphics.
The good news is I've created a powerful magic that will enable you to use different breath abilities. The bad news is you're gonna have to find dragon bones to use them, since the spell scattered them in different parts of the dragon realms.
Cool. Come on, Sparks. Let's get going. We've got a lot of work ahead of us if we
want
to
yeah.
those dragonflies.
There's just Hunter still just like doing the same animation in the background. And then another load screen before you start the game up. But then it's not another load screen, it's a load screen after a load screen. Like, why does it have to load so much? Come on. I want to play the game. I've been sitting on this stream for 7 minutes now and I've not even played the game yet because it's too busy loading. That's like doing an AVGN about it. It's just like, imagine him playing this and it's just like complaining about the load screens. It's like, yeah, you get a cutscene, then it loads. Then it's another cutscene and it's got to load. Then the load's got to load before then you get to the game, right? That's the way it works. Good old PS2. It takes a million years for stuff to load. Still, I had a little glitch before this when trying to do what I wanted to do to get to the end boss immediately. And I ended up like falling through the map, so hopefully I can get to show that again. You just like fall into the void. Alright, here we go. Now maybe we can get to play the game, right? Okay, just walk forward. Oh, what's this? Ah, Bianca.
Here, take this dragon
Poon?
dragon spirit over there.
Oh, Rune.
This rune, he'll be able to combine dragon magic with my magic and grant you bubble breath to catch dragonflies. They're shy and will probably run away from you anytime you come near.
No, it's like from this angle it looked like Poon, Dragon Poon, but then there's a little bit of a tail on the R. And I like how far behind the text is from the audio. Okay. The text one's like so slow. But we ain't gonna do that, that's what we're supposed to do. Oh, and then we're running away from Sparks. Every time the bad guys come, they end up trying to steal the dragon treasure. They always take more than they can carry and drop it all over the place. That's why there's treasure all over the place. Pick it up so we can return it to the dragon elders once we're finished. I can even help. Okay. Nice. So the idea is we want to get like around here somewhere because this is the portal to the final boss. And we just want to inch ourselves very close to the edge, like around here. And just step forward a teeny tiny little bit. So then when we do the head bash by jumping and pressing triangle, we clip through this little bit off to the edge here. So like right around there. And we glitch through and we get to the final boss already at the start of the game. Yeah, not even kidding, that's what you do. So if you want to do speedruns, that's what you have to do. And of course, because I haven't selected the game save, the game's not actually going to save any progress. And I'm not going to do any speedrun strats here because it took me so long to just do that to begin with. speedruns of this game are like 1 minute or something. So you gotta get that like first time if you want to do it. But yeah, I had a look on YouTube about how to beat this final boss because I tried and failed miserably and lost all my lives and got a game over, so I don't want that to happen here. But yeah, we're falling infinitely into a hole, and this is where we end up. It's Ricto at the start of the game. What do you have to say for yourself?
If there's anything I hate more than a dragon, it's a purple dragon. You've caused me enough
Okay.
problems, Spyro. This time I'll take care of you.
Permanently? Oh, that's not good.
Hocus?
Don't you hocus pocus me. Mash circle. I think this is what you're supposed to do. You're just supposed to like try and flame him. And then he just sort of like alternates from position to position. Oh, what the hell, camera? And then by flaming constantly, that's all like ice. So then... Oh wait, there's he is, he's here. So then you just got to keep going to where he is. Ow. But then that can happen and you get like stuck in an infinite combo. Well, not an infinite combo, but it's a combo nonetheless. Nay home, what the fuck? It's glitched. Again, it homed. Oh, beat him. Nice. Oh, that was too close.
Defeated again. And you'll be sorry. You'll be very, very sorry. The magic of dragons can't last forever.
Yeah, and it's maybe. Who knows? But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the full playthrough of Spyro Into the Dragonfly. I hope you enjoyed it. We're only 12.5 minutes into the stream and I've already done a complete playthrough of Spyro Into the Dragonfly on PS2. This is the legit PS2 copy of the game. So I hope you enjoyed what I did, and yeah, that's been a great game, right? Where you could just beat the final boss and you got like derpy Spyro in the background just like just like staring off into space. So credits to these people. Now of course there's something that needs to be said about this game. The reason why this is possible is because they essentially rushed it. Universal Interactive, who are the guys who published this game, wanted to get this game out fast to basically bank on the PS2 launch, to say, oh, these are some games that you really liked from PS1 like Crash and Spyro, right? Well, here they are on PS2 and these guys are like, no, we need more time to do it, and Universal was like, fuck you, no, you release it when we ask you to. And so that's why this got rushed out, and there's a lot of frame rate issues, and you only see like Bianca at the very start and the very end of the game. There's only like 2 times Moneybags shows up and all of this sort of weird stuff with the game. And obviously this glitch that we utilised right here to beat the final boss at the immediate start of the game. If they had time to playtest this, I'm sure they would not allow you to do that. But it is what it is at the end of the day, and speedrunners have found it and exploited it, and that's why if you look at the world record speedrun, it's about a minute or something like that, just because you can just use this. And I think historically it was you had to do like the head bash by some water and then you swim in the air, like I mentioned earlier. That's something else you can do, but then you're supposed to use that to fly to where the final boss's portal was, and then you get to the final boss that way. So that's the history, the context to this game, why this is possible. And yeah, I wanted to do this today. My brother suggested that me doing this as like an April Fool's video and trying to say, but I said I'll do like a full playthrough and then say, yeah, a full playthrough is the start. You showed like the start all the way to the end, and technically I did that because I showed the start and I showed the end, but nothing in the middle like you would expect. But it is what it is at the end of the day. and I'm delaying the credits out as I am to make the stream actually go on for a lot longer to make it out, so it's like it takes me longer to beat it than he actually does. So I'll probably only play the game for not even like 5 minutes and I already beat it and got the credits. So the power of glitching and cheesing the game to get your way. Now maybe at some point in the future I will play this game legit. It is sad that Elgato doesn't want to work in OBS right now. I don't know why, because whenever I go to video capture software and say, oh, I want to just like configure the video, it just doesn't load up Elgato to change the settings. So when I was doing this initially, I would just do that and then it would be like, there's no signal, or wait 1 second, and it just doesn't load the video even though it's supposed to. So don't know about that, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, maybe one day I will begin a full playthrough of this. I don't know when. There are other games I want to play. Right now I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2 because they have got the Season of the Worthy right now, and I've been playing a hell of a lot of that recently, and I'm hoping to like do a lot of stuff that I want to do in that. It doesn't seem like it's anything too difficult. It's just you got to do it's like a grind fest. You do a little over a long period, and that's how you like get through this season. Apparently, that's the way I'm doing it at least, and it's working so far. I'm close to being like 2/3 of the way through what I want to do, essentially, I think, at this point. But of course, this is the 10th, so next to me having to go through a video rendering, and it's taking nearly 3 hours or so just because the video didn't want to render properly for no reason, and doing the 10th, which is playing this game, then it's meant that this has taken a lot longer than I would have liked. I just had to turn my TV, there's a message saying that my TV would have turned off in 60 seconds if I didn't do anything about it, so I thought I'd do something about it. Apparently we had 641 dropped frames on the stream. I think that's been the credits. Sparks is glitched out on the menu. Spyro's just like not moving. Your work is you, don't let you down. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that message is what I'll leave you with today on the 10th of April 2020. Next time I'll be doing the 10th will be the 10th of May, and I can't even tell you what I'm going to do. I'll think about it much closer to the time. I've got a lot of stuff to deal with as it is right now. And it might even be Crash Wrath of Cortex, you never know. Oh wait, no, I already did that game, remember? I already did start that, and you can go back on my Stream Archives channel to watch it if you really want to. I don't know what I'll play. It'll be a random thing, I'm sure, whether it be on PC or Xbox One, PS4, whatever the case is. I'm sure I'll think of something to do for the 10th of May. But for now, I will be rounding off the stream once we get back to the menu. I think that's what it'll do, or put us back into the home world. I'll round things off, and I'll leave you to have a great day after watching me play Spyro Into the Dragonfly for 18.5 minutes. Or more like 3 minutes or something. But there we go, that was my any percent speedrun, if you will, of Spyro Into the Dragonfly, including cutscenes as well. I think that should be a caveat to that. But yeah, I'm just trying to delay it to like 20 minutes at this point, the stream. But yeah, 0% we got. That's a new speedrun. The 0% speedrun. Can you beat a game without actually getting any percent whatsoever? But yeah, I'm going to be rounding off the stream here, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this. Yeah, I hope you learnt something, because I know I did. That I'm a piece of shit for using cheats when I'm not supposed to. But anyway, I think I'll be calling it a day. So yeah, hopefully the drop frames haven't been too problematic. So I'll leave you to do whatever you want to do. So see you later, guys.